Everybody, it is Chef Colleen Covey, cooking with the old broad, friends around the table. And you know what time it is? It's cookie time! So we're gonna make some oatmeal cookies with dark chocolate chips and walnuts. Now we're not making raisin, which oatmeal raisin is one of my favorite cookies, and I think raisins get a bad rap. But sometimes when I like to share things, people enjoy chocolate. So that's what we're gonna do today. So I've got my ingredients here. It's real simple. Everybody's made cookies. I think everybody's made cookies. This is 1 3/4 cups all-purpose flour. So we're gonna just add that to a medium-sized bowl, along with 1 teaspoon of baking powder. I got that wrong. 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 1/2 teaspoon baking powder, and 1/4 teaspoon salt. Ha ha! I can be taught. I don't know, I like to say tablespoon when I should say teaspoon. I will get it eventually. We're just mixing this up and setting it aside. That's what we do a lot of times in baking. Just mix up your dry stuff and set it aside. Because for now, I've got my handy dandy mixer out, and we are going to put in 3/4 cup. This is butter flavored vegetable shortening, and 3 tablespoons of butter. Now I use butter for flavor and the shortening for the structure, because they have different melting points. If you make, a lot of times if you make a cookie with all butter, they'll spread and you go, what happened to that cookie? You need the shortening for structure. So again, butter for flavor, shortening for structure, on we go. So that goes in my bowl, along with 3/4 cup dark brown sugar and 1/4 cup granulated sugar. And the first thing you do with cookies is you cream the sugars. So get our bowl on, lick it in, attach your paddle attachment. Up she goes, and serve it up. Now I'm going to cream this for about 5 minutes. And in the middle, I'll scrape down the bowl, scrape down the sides, scrape down the bottom, make sure. You want to get this light and creamy. So I'm going to turn this up, and I'm going to cream this. We'll come back in about 5 minutes, and I'll see you then. Hang in there. And we're back. All right, it's been about 5 minutes. And in that time, I've been on medium speed on this, which is about the 5 or 6 setting. But that's a pretty good KitchenAid. But you can see we have whipped together our butter, shortening, and sugars. They're light and fluffy, which is how we want them. Set that there for a second. Make sure I got everything off the bottom. Yep, we're good to go. So let's put our bowl back on. I just kind of took it off to show you. You can leave it on there. And up she goes. All right, so next we're going to incorporate eggs. I have 2 eggs. Put it on medium, low, and put the eggs in one at a time. Just give it a couple turns, because it starts looking like goop and all mushy. And then when you give it a couple seconds, it starts looking light and fluffy again. Then you're gonna add your second egg. All right, 2 teaspoons of vanilla. Egg on the side there. So again, if you see things that haven't worked their way in, just scrape it down and give it another merry-go-round. There you go. tend to get flour all over me, so I am going to take my flour. So our flour mixture, that's the flour, the salt, the baking powder, the baking soda, and I'm going to add that in. Got it? Start off slow, unless you want to wear it. We'll scrape this down one more time because the butter's all on the bottom, the flour's on the top. We're going to need to scrape down the sides. But we're moving down the line. See how we're going? All right. Scrape that flour down off of there. Oh, it's starting to smell like cookies. I love that. Now we're going to add in our oatmeal. 3 cups. It's the whole oats, not the quick. You want that whole grain in there. Go ahead and put those in. Go, go, go. And it's just, it's just a matter of mixing everything in as you're adding it. Like I was saying, raisins get a bad rap. I love a raisin oatmeal cookie. But rehydrate your raisins. Just get warm liquid and soak your raisins in it for 10 or 15 minutes. It could be water, it could be bourbon, it could be, just about anything. But raisins are delicious. All right. Let's see how this is looking. I don't know if you guys can see in there, so I'm going to take this off for a second. All right, it's a nice dough. It's nice, moist, but it's creamy from the butters being creamed up. So what I'm going to add right now, and you can add it and do this on your mixer. 1 cup, this is dark chocolate chips, because I love dark chocolate. So dark chocolate, put those in there. And this is 1 cup of walnuts that has been chopped. And I wanted to show you something about walnuts because I got the walnuts from it's a brand name walnut. But when you buy them in pieces or whole, the walnut's in a shell and then it has that papery covering. It's always good to toast the walnuts. I just toast them whole. And then after they're cooled and everything, I dust the walnuts. And by dusting them, I just put them, I find a nice sieve like this, put the walnuts in here, and then I'm over the sink and just tap, 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 tap. Because all that paper and all that stuff that comes off the walnuts it's just not tasty. It's bitter. You don't want it in your cookies. So something just simple, easy. All right, toss the walnuts in. Boom. We are just about there. As a matter of fact, I could leave this off, incorporate it by hand. But you toss it on there for a few spins and you're ready to go too. Those things, I love my mixer. So let's just mix in the walnuts and the chocolate chips. I have some extra chocolate chips, as you can see over there. That's what we'll use for decorating the cookies. Okay, it is just about escapees. Get this out of the way. All right, the oven is preset and preheated to 350 degrees. I have it set for 2 racks. If you have room for 2 racks in your oven, that's great. If not, you'll do one at a time. And I've taken baking sheets. And I love parchment. I can't say enough good things about parchment paper. So I have lined these baking sheets with parchment. This is a 1-ounce scoop. I love ice cream scoops, all kinds. I collect them. I go to antique fairs and I find them and I covet them and I purchase them. But this is 1 ounce. And you get your perfectly measured cookie. See, right in there. One ounce is just, 2 tablespoons if you want to do it that way. And these cookies, because I like a cookie to be a cookie. I mean, I love little cookies. I want a cookie. These come out about this big. And I only cook them about 8 or 9 at a time on a sheet. But it's worth the effort. So I tell you what, I'm going to finish scooping these up. They're going to go into that 350-degree oven for 9 to 11 minutes. And I will see you when I pull them out of the oven. How about that? Cookie time. All right, out of the oven. These took 11 minutes, but it's the first batch too. And let them sit on the baking sheet for 2 to 3 minutes when you get them out of the oven. And then you can safely, see, these don't have much spread on them because we use the shortening versus the butter, but they'll have the taste of butter. So this is walnuts and chocolate, and these cookies are a nice size, but if you want an even bigger cookie, you just use a bigger scoop. That's how it goes. So this is oatmeal cookies with dark chocolate chips, and try it. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Colleen Covey, that's C-O-V, like victory, E-Y. And yeah, hit me up on Twitter. I will post the ingredients later today on my Facebook page at Chef Colleen. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.